Hi, everyone. I'm April Callis-Birchmeier. I'm a certified change management professional and project management professional, and I wanted to talk today about the integration of project management and change management. This is a really important topic because I feel that the two fields are sister fields, if you will. They're very much aligned and yet very different. And so I wanted to first share this slide with you. And I'll share it from right here. And this slide really, I think, is a great place to start when we're looking at the integration of project management and change management. Because you can see with the project management life cycle, we have initiation, where we initiate our project. We have planning, where we put our project plans together, and then execution, where we execute the project plan. And then we have monitoring and controlling of the execution. We're monitoring our execution to see how we're doing. We're controlling our and measuring our progress so that we know where we are in the project and how we're doing on our timelines and our deadlines and our milestones. And then we have closure. And this is when we close the project down and we focus on some lessons learned and we determine how to transfer the work that was done in the project back to the operational team. The change management life cycle, as you can see, is really similar. So we have assessing the impact of the change. So we're looking at the impact of the change and how ready the organization is to accept that impact or to implement that change. And then we create the change strategy. So creating that strategy is really critical. We don't have a way to plan if we don't know what that approach is going to look like or that strategy to achieve that change. And then, of course, we have to develop our change management plan. Now, developing the change management plan is a little bit different than the project plan. And the way I'll describe them basically is that the project plan, of course, is identifying the milestones and the technology pieces. But the change management plan is looking at a number of things. We're looking at the resource plan, the who, what, where, when, and how we're going to pay for this. We're also looking at the change management plan at the communication plan. And the communication plan is one that's really a lot of people are familiar with. I have to tell you, sometimes the communication plan is a little bit confusing between the project team and the change management team, because the project management team does have a communication plan as one of its deliverables. But the communication plan that the project management team is focused on is the communication about the project with each other, with the sponsors, and with key stakeholders. But it's very internally focused around the project. Whereas the organizational change management plan, the OCM change management plan, is more focused on our stakeholder groups and end users and the various communication vehicles and channels that we have that we can leverage and use to communicate with, and what all those messages are that should be sent out to our end users and stakeholders and our sponsors and those who are invested in the project, and also the who, what, where, when, why of the communication. So who's creating this communication? When is it going out? Who is sending it out? All of those pieces are identified in that communication plan. And that's a very robust document. It's a living document, if you will, in the sense that it's always being reevaluated and tweaked. And then, of course, we have our execute the change management plan. Oh, I didn't finish talking about the components of the change management plan. So we have the resource plan, we will have a sponsorship plan, we'll have a communication plan, we'll have a training plan, sometimes training development plan. We will have a sustainability and transition plan. We have a number of different ancillary plans, stakeholder engagement plan. So all of these different plans are really focused on how we're going to help the people move from the current state that they're in to the future state where that change is adopted. Now, the project team has something similar, but they're looking at that technology, right? The project team is primarily delivering the technology to the organization. So maybe we're implementing a new ERP, or maybe it's something smaller, or even a new system, some sort of an upgrade, update. And the project team is delivering that technical solution to the organization, and the change management team is delivering the people to the solution, right? They are helping people to know about, to learn about, and to be able to be competent in the new technology so that we can have user adoption, which is the key to success. So our execute change management plan then is looking at all of the plans and tweaking them and ensuring that we are where we need to be when we need to be there. We also have a measurement plan that we develop when we're developing the change management plan. It's one of the component plans that makes up the whole of the change management plan. And that measurement plan helps us to stay on track during execution. And then finally, of course, we have complete effort. And again, that's lessons learned. What did we do well? What could we learn and see about doing more easily in the future, and doing a better job of in the future? And what do we want to continue doing, things that went really well? And so that sustainability and transition plan then goes into place during the complete effort, where we are transferring the ownership of the change initiative, the benefit of the change, over to that operational resource or operational center that's going to sustain the change going forward. So I wanted to take a few minutes just to really clarify that, because I think that many times there's confusion about the project plan and the change management plan. And there really shouldn't be confusion, because the project plan really is that focus on delivering the technology. The change management plan is really that focus on delivering the people to the technology. And so we need both of those things to enable our organizations to adopt the change that's needed to realize the benefits of that change. So that's what I wanted to share with you this morning, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you soon.